I'm gonna buy you a drink and then that's it. Don't even worry about the rest because we're gonna talk about that later. Y'all know that was the jam. I don't know why y'all acting brand new. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to Shuttle Tea Tuesday. See, I'm in a good mood. Well, I try to be in a good mood every day, so I should say that first. But I hope that you are having a wonderful day and I hope everything is going the way that you need it to go on this wonderful Tuesday. We're walking into the next week of February already. I don't know about you, but time is moving. And I feel like yep, I feel like I'm moving that slow. But anyway, so I want to tell you about a resource for today, which I just learned yesterday at the chamber meeting. So have you heard of JA, like Junior Achievement of Oklahoma? Have y'all heard of them? You should definitely check them out. They are tagged in the information down here. They are Boundless Future Through Education. So, Junior Achievement of Oklahoma is a nonprofit organization that inspires and prepares young people for success. And when I say young people, I mean the young people, like high school and below, the young people. So, I want to make sure that you go and follow them and get more information because they do have an event that's coming up that's benefiting Stop Spencer High School. All right, go Bobcats. Yes, I did all that. Don't worry about that. But anyways, on February 28th, it's a Wednesday from 8:45 to 1:30 p.m. And so they're asking for some volunteers. They need some volunteers. They need some help, guys, to be able to teach and educate these our youth, our young adults. You know, they feel like they're adults, so young adults. So I encourage you to make sure that you go and follow them if you want to register, or if you want more information. There's a QR code right there. I know it's kind of hard to see right now while I'm trying to do this live, but I will post this later after the segment so you can get more information. And it'll also be listed on the Spencer Chamber of Commerce, and you can get more information there as well. All right. Now, y'all ready? we about to have this discussion with the liquor concierge. I'm trying to say it all fancy. Oh, Crystal! Listen, she didn't disappeared on me.
Hi,
Hey, Crystal, how are you?
I am great. Just running back to the computer to
I,
see.
I, I see. I said, oh, she didn't disappear on me. She did a disappearing act, and here she is back. So I appreciate you coming on Shredder Tea Tuesdays because I know you and your husband are busy and you got things that are going on that we'll talk about a little bit later. So I know it's hard to try to multitask and do all these different things and go live at the same time. But welcome, welcome. So
Glad to
how's
be
your
here.
well, thank you, and I appreciate you coming on. So how's your week been so far?
Oh, it's been hectic, very busy between work and balancing the podcast, but that's just life.
Well, yeah, I know. That's just, I mean, what can we do? We're trying to do what we can, but sometimes it gets a little bit much.
Oh yeah.
So let's start with the name. Where
Yes.
did this come from? Starts from the beginning.
Oh
Yeah.
man, the liquor connoisseur is something we dreamed up back in 2020.
Okay.
Uh, the first name, and Roger vetoed it, was for the love of all things alcohol.
For, for the love of all things alcohol. Okay. Now, what made him think of that one? That's I can yeah, okay.
I was a little wordy, so
Right.
we just kept brainstorming and eventually came across the liquor connoisseur and
Okay.
just started dreaming from there. And I had one of our had one of my sorority sisters create the logo for us. I can actually show you that.
Nice. Come on through, sorority sister. Ooh, that's
Here's
nice.
our logo. And
Okay.
we got started back July of 2023 with a podcast. It
Okay.
was a dream, but it was slow to achieve, but it all worked out. We bought all the equipment in 2020 and just spent 3 years building up our nerve. What is it we wanted to say? What is it we wanted to be? And so when we launched in July of 2023, we said we are a spirit review and education podcast.
Mm. A spirit review and education podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Now listen. Now you know your girl needs some help on the spirit at
Okay.
part. You know how.
Hey, that's what we do. We also host tastings to teach as well to spread the word that you can have a positive experience with alcohol.
Hmm, okay. A tasting. Now, when you say a tasting experience, like how many different types of liquor are we tasting?
So
Or
we
are they
typically
tasting?
limit to one type of spirit, but we'll do at least four expressions. Well, not see, sorry, up to four expressions because we don't want you to get too lit. We
Right.
want you
I was
still.
about to say, we're gonna be messed up. Or do we get to spend a night over there, or what happens? I mean, jeez. Okay, so when you say one spirit but four expressions, what does four expressions mean?
So we'll have, like, we just did a reposado tequila tasting over the weekend. And so with that, we worked with our customer and we chose four reposados based on what they like.
Hmm,
And what we try to do is find things that people don't know about or haven't had before.
okay, okay.
And so we do our research and we basically walk you through it. We have notes that we write up and tell you about the history of the spirit, how it's made, and some fun facts about the brands.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is with tequila. Now, was it a certain type of tequila? Because I know it's like thousands of them.
Yes, there's Blanco, Reposado, Anejo, and Extra Anejo.
Oh,
And we did a reposado. So reposados are aged 2 months up to 364 days.
oh,
Oh.
okay, okay, okay. So listen, for everybody that's like, "Oh my God, Vernelia, keep up." I'm trying, but let's slow that down just a little bit. So you say reposado.
Yes,
So that particular brand is
that type,
aged. Oh,
that
that
type of
type,
spirit.
that
Yes,
type of spirit. Okay. So there's a type and then there's a brand, right?
yes. So tequila, which is an agave spirit, is called tequila because of its designation of origin.
Hmm.
So it can only be made in 5 states in Mexico. The one we're most familiar with is Jalisco.
Ah, okay. So there's some, I mean, so you can get a little fancy with these. It's not just
No, we talk about it. We talk about
okay.
anything we can to help people be informed, and we believe it's important to know what it is you're drinking.
Right. Right. That is true. That is true. I mean, because now, Chris, I don't know how old you are, but you probably remember back, well, you probably heard of back in the day, the Mad Dog 2020s and all that stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
I'm
so,
familiar. Yes,
okay.
I'm that old. I'm not. Yeah, I might look young, but
All right. I know we look young, but hey, but I've never been a person that kind of explored and know what different types of drinks are. I was always told you don't mix white with brown and it can make you sick and so I knew about gin and then
Jim
what's
was a
that other
sin.
right, right. That for sure. And then what's the other one? Oh, Crown and Hennessy. And see, to me, brown liquor, I always say it makes me feel like I'm growing hair on my chest. I don't have hair on my chest, but I'm just saying it makes it feel like, and I don't know if it's because of the burning sensation or whatever it
Well,
is.
a part of that is there are a lot of myths and just misconceptions about alcohol,
Okay.
and so we work to try to dispel that. So some spirits can taste harsh, but you also got to know what is in them, what makes them harsh.
Mm,
Sometimes it may not, it may be the proof, it may be because your palate hasn't been trained to accept those yet, or it may be just not be great alcohol.
yeah, okay. Now, have you come across some alcohol that's not so great?
Hmm.
Uh,
My 20s. Uh, everything
She
we
said,
drank in college. Like especially with tequila, that's my spirit of choice, that's my first love.
okay.
Yeah, Montezuma, don't drink that.
Montezuma.
Exactly.
Mm.
See, you don't, that's that bottom, well, I can't even say bottom shelf, but that's that low. That's that may not be 100% blue Weber agave, may
Oh,
have additives like that stuff.
okay.
So that's one thing we try to teach with tequila is, It's fine. Drink what you love, but here's some information if you want to know more about additive free tequilas. Because some add coloring, some add glycerin, some add, there's like four additives, some add extra sugars. You know, that throbbing you get that we blame the
Oh,
tequila on that bad night. We probably just had bad tequila.
you probably just had bad tequila. Wait, so okay, let's back up two steps. You said there's four additives, and
Yeah,
you said it could be.
it could be one or a mix of the four, up to a certain, up to like 1%.
Oh wow. And does that, I mean, if you taste one that has additives in it and then one that does not, is there a significant difference in the
If it tastes too sweet, sometimes you can
okay.
tell. One that the one of the things we try to let people know is like just because it's marketed to us doesn't mean it's the best for us. So when you look
Oh,
at a Casamigos, you know all the ones that they tell us about,
well, now what's a Costamigo?
that is George Clooney. That is the tequila he had made. That's one of those celebrity tequilas.
Oh,
Or you look
okay.
at a Kendall Jenner, that 818 brand, that tastes like some sort of juice. Those types of brands. So that's why we do the research and try to educate because there's more behind it. Um, we don't just do tequila; we do all types of spirits. So we look into how they're made and where they're produced and things of that nature.
Okay. Okay. So I have another question. So I know that well, of course I have questions. It's a podcast. But the is it the apple crown or the peach crown, whatever was a new one. Do those have a lot more um what's the word I'm looking for?
Little
Like
extra
those,
flavors,
yes, like it's not
hmm
necessarily an apple,
all natural.
right? And so it's more of a okay. Okay, I was just wondering.
Now, I will say there is a brand that I think is better, and that is Frisky Whiskey. It is a, I believe, vanilla and caramel.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now that sounds good.
It's also
J-
black owned.
Really? Frisky whiskey.
Frisky Whiskey.
It's the name for me. I should have known it was, it was black. I mean, no disrespect. I'm just saying. I like the name. I like the name.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I have to look now. Is that in Oklahoma?
It is not. So over the summer, I went to an event called Taste of Black Spirits in Brooklyn. They have them in other cities and states as well, like Houston, Atlanta, Miami, Detroit, and Brooklyn. And
Ah,
there were 30 black owned spirit brands. And I'm just looking around in awe, like, oh my gosh. And
wow.
you get a ticket and you get to try them all.
You get to
And I
try them
tried
all.
as many as I could. Um, we make some great quality spirits. But
Hmm.
unfortunately, I don't think there was one brand we could get in Oklahoma that was there.
What? Out of
Yes.
all of them people, now one of them is in Oklahoma. Okay, so what? So I know this is veering a little bit to the other side, but what makes it difficult for them to get their brand here? Is it the audience or the need or uh,
It's distribution, it's
okay.
demand. So if there is a brand that you like, let your local liquor store know. Ask for it. See if they can talk to their distributor to get it in.
Okay. That makes a difference because if you start asking for it, they want your business, so they'll start
Yes.
providing it. Okay. Frisky whiskey. I feel like I need to just buy that just because.
You can
Now
buy
is
it
it,
online.
oh, you can't buy no. Oh, okay. Well, that's even better. That's even better. Now, is that um a brown liquor?
It is. It
Okay.
is a whiskey.
Oh well, now I knew that whiskey is brown, right? I knew that. I knew that. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, well that is perfect. Okay, so listen, girl, you have it ain't even been a good 20 minutes, and I'm already like, oh my. So when you're explaining about wanting them to have a nice experience,
Mhm,
they are getting a chance to get educated about the drink of their choice
mhm.
and then how they can I guess make that into different types of drinks if they want for
So we mostly
parties.
talk from a neat perspective. Uh, if you've seen some of our mixed drink videos, we're still learning to bartend because we
Okay.
mostly drink neat, but we know our audience likes some flavors, and not everybody likes to drink neat. So we're
Mhm.
learning that aspect as well. But we try to do it neat because that way you know what to mix with. What notes are you getting? What are you smelling on the nose? What are you tasting in your palate?
Mm. Okay. Okay. So okay, hold on.
Mhm.
I was gonna say something, and now I can't remember the name of the vodka. That's what it was. So
Yes.
now with vodka, what can you tell me a little bit about vodka that I probably didn't know?
So vodka is a neutral grain spirit. It shouldn't have a true smell to it. And vodka can be made out of many things, not just potatoes, corn, grapes. When you think about Ciroc, um, there's even a pineapple vodka I've had. There are wheat vodkas. There are rye vodkas.
So it's and all of them probably have a different taste, I'm assuming.
Yes,
Now,
and that
how would
depends on how many times are they distilled? What's the base grain? Things of that nature.
okay. Now you mentioned earlier that it's well, you said 2 months to so many days. So with the vodka, how long, I mean, do they have a shelf life I mean, not a shelf life, but what's the
So
word?
vodka is traditionally unaged, so you make it and bottle it.
Oh,
Now,
oh.
what we have learned is there are a few distillers that make an aged vodka. So they'll put it in a barrel for a few months and it'll have a light brown or more like a straw color to it.
Ah, okay. So you're just supposed to buy, okay. Only certain spirits needs to be aged. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. Yes. So, like a lot of your whiskeys, your tequilas, with the exception of Blanco, um, yeah, bourbon with anything whiskey really. Although there's no true age statement to some of these. But yeah, so
Huh.
that barrel will add some char, a little vanilla because they're usually charred barrels. So you could have oak, you could have American oak. There's a couple other casks that people use to age the spirit in.
Mm, okay. And so aging it in that barrel gives it that flavor, that
It
extra
adds flavor
flavor.
and character.
Okay. No
And
wonder
then
that it costs so much. You got to go through quite a few things to get it just right.
right, and that aging is why that cost is there because you got to sit that depending on how what your age statement is. It's sitting there for 4, 6, 10 years or more.
Years.
Years.
Now wait a minute, Crystal. So we drinking something that was 10 years ago? Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
There's actually, I can't remember who it is. They're working on, I believe it's part of the part of what? Where was I? I think Remy Control. They own a few brands, like Louis Trey. They are working on 100-year-old whiskey, I believe. So you're the master distiller. You're not even going to get to see it mature in your lifetime.
Okay. I have so many questions now. Now,
Now that I don't know what they're going to charge for that by the time that matures, but
right. And I mean, you have to make sure somebody keeps up to do it by the time all the staff and everybody done retired.
so yeah, there's a lot of extremes that are happening, but there are a lot of you know not as mature as 100 years that are on the
Mhm.
market, and those are more affordable. And then there's also with whiskey, you have your regular proofs, and then you have your cast strengths, where when it's cast strength, it's going from that barrel to the bottle. Depending on proof points and things like that within the regulations, it could be over 120 proof. Um, and
Okay.
see, you see how your mouth dropped there. It's a misconception that just because it's cash strength that it's just gonna burn and it's bad. And that's
Well,
why we provide the experience.
I'm just listening at that number. You said 120.
20 proof.
I didn't think it go that high. Okay, what's the highest? Good Lord, who drinking?
Well, Honestly, whiskey is better if it's at 100 proof and above because it's
Really?
less water added. You're getting more of that
Oh,
flavor from the barrel that naturally occurs,
okay.
and from the spirit itself.
But you don't need much if it's that strong. I mean, you don't need to drink a whole cup.
The cool thing about cask strength is that it will shine in a cocktail. It'll be there, but it won't be overpowered by the ingredients you're adding into it. They'll mix well together.
Mm. Huh. Okay. So
You just come by sometime.
listen, I'm gonna have to come by, bring a pillow and a bag, because by the time I come back home, Reggie be like, "What happened to you?" Well, I was over there tasting, and
Bring them with you.
you know what? I would probably need to do that. I probably because it won't phase him as much as it will for me. Oh my gosh. So okay, so I have questions about the proof. Um, Now I always thought that proof meant how like how much liquor or alcohol is actually in there. So is that necessarily true, or is that
So
false?
let's say if it's 100 proof, it's 50% alcohol by volume.
Oh, okay. So then you're telling me when I get them drinks that have like 20 or 13%, it barely has any liquor in it.
That's
Oh.
gonna freeze if you put it in the freezer.
Oh, okay. Okay, because that's what I kind of wanted to do is the slush. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Because you know those
Look,
little
love it
those
how you like it.
well, I love a drink that has a slushy icy
Mhm.
component to it. Like I love frozen drinks. So I can do those um versus if you giving me something, I guess, on the rocks or whatever.
And
Like I
there's
had
nothing wrong with that. Just be mindful of the sugar and the ingredients used to
uh
make it.
okay, that's true. That's true because I've had some. I do not like daiquiris. They to me it seems like it's just really really sweet, and I can't do those. But margaritas, I kind of like the sweet and salt taste, so I can do those. But and what's that other? My sister drinks this other drink, something sour, um,
Amaretto
lemon
sour or lemon sour.
lemon drop something.
Oh, lemon drop.
Okay, because
Now you take me
and
back to my 21st. Whew.
oh, that's probably why I haven't had one. I've taken a sip of hers, I think, and I was like, "Oh, that's a little strong," but it looks pretty, with the little colors and all that stuff. I'm like, "Okay." So my little taste of drinking is based on how colorful it is.
Okay.
I know that's like irrelevant, especially if we're talking about sugar and additives and all this other stuff.
No, you just have to be mindful. So every now and then we get cocktails, especially if we go to a great craft cocktail bar. So we're not opposed to buying cocktails. We just want to make sure they're made with natural ingredients. No preservatives. You know, no red dye. Number three.
Mm. And you know what? Speaking of that, you wouldn't have thought that liquor needed to be all natural. Like, I mean, I don't know
and
who
there
else would have thought it, but you wouldn't have
and
thought
there are
that.
certain spirits where they outlaw additives, like bourbon.
Ah, okay.
There are some where you can at least add color for everything to look the same.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but a cocktail, just be mindful of the ingredients they're using.
Okay. Okay. Now you got me thinking about that red dye because we got that.
Like I wouldn't recommend Applebee's $1 margaritas, but
Ah, ah, they only $1. Really?
I don't know what they put
I,
in there for it to be a dollar.
right. Think about drinks for everybody with $1. I can do that. Oh
Mm,
goodness, but that does make sense though. Because I remember they asked some restaurants ask, like, what do you want the margarita made
mhm,
with? Or,
mhm.
you know, and to be honest, I'm like, hell, I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever
because some
tequila, whatever tequila you have, but then it makes
That
sense
well
that
tequila may just say tequila on the bottom.
let's see, and I done messed up, and I could have
Might be that
said
McCormick.
that the seasoning.
No, they make vodka and stuff too.
You stop it, you lying. This is
Wait, what were y'all drinking in college?
oh, well, I don't, I don't remember all that. I don't remember all that. We're gonna leave that alone. Well, wait a minute. I did not know McCormick makes a lick. What? Okay, what?
I I was just doing some research. I was like, are they?
Wow.
Is that the? You got to diversify.
Hmm.
I'll have to double check, but I believe that is what I read. But it was a few years ago.
No, you probably read it right. You probably read it right. Okay. Well,
There's
interesting. That
a lot of fun facts in
I
alcohol.
I see. I see. I'm just listen. I'm like I said. I'm a baby. Even though some people say, Renee can drink. I'm like, well, not necessarily. Not
Depends on what it is,
depends on what it is.
and
Right.
the vibe you're in, the mood you're in. All those play a role.
See, thank you. Thank you, Crystal. You make me feel so much better now. So I will admit that anytime that I would go to the club back in the day and I would have partake in spirits, I always felt like I needed to dance. I needed to get it out of my system. I need to be sweating, like sweating my hair out, and I would feel better. Like, you know what I mean? I know that sounds bad, but I just felt like if I did not get my dance on, then that liquor is just sitting on me, and yeah, I
So you
can't.
also gotta make sure you eat too.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just all in there. So
Mm,
you gotta eat.
that's true. You got to eat. Got to
And
have something to eat.
the other thing is people think, oh, if I drink neat, oh, I shouldn't add water or I shouldn't have ice. It enhances the flavor. It just changes it up a little bit. It doesn't water it down. As long as you're not using crushed ice and ice cubes, you use a block or
Oh,
a sphere. Um,
huh.
doesn't
Okay,
hurt it.
fancy.
Mhm.
So, okay, so let me go back to this proof real quick.
Okay. Okay.
I know I'm stuck on that. So, is the highest proof 125?
I'd have to Google what the highest proof is. I feel like
Oh,
something just came out that is the new highest proof, but I can't remember
uh-uh.
what it is.
Not the new. Okay, well then this leads to my other question. So Everclear, because I always thought Everclear was the most potent liquor you ever drink, and you're gonna be 100% toe up from the flow up. That's always been my thought. So anytime anybody offers, I'm like, nope, I'm not drinking that gasoline. You're not about to have me drink that. So tell me, am I going in the right direction or am I tripping?
No, I wouldn't recommend Everclear.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
We've evolved.
We've evolved. Okay. Okay. And so they're not the high. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I feel better now because I'm a recommend that there's other better spirits out there besides that one.
Now the funny thing is, just because it costs more doesn't mean it's great either. So there are actually some cheaper brands that are quality.
Hmm. So are they costing more because of the name?
Name, packaging, marketing,
Mm.
celebrity.
Right. Now, Crystal, I know we haven't had a chance to connect, but I know you've had my tea before, my black
Oh
tea
yes.
lemonade. Yes, and so I know I'm overdue on giving you some bottles, so you and your husband can
I already know. I'm gonna
experiment.
put it with some Black Mama vodka.
Ooh, that sounds good. Okay,
It's another black owned brand.
Black Mamba vodka.
Vodka.
Now what ain't by Kobe, is it?
Is it what?
Kobe fan. You know Kobe was is named Black Mamba.
No,
That's
he
not
was
about
Black
his name.
Mamba. This is Black Mama.
Oh,
MO.
Mama, my
Yeah.
bad. Okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So
Sorry.
this is made by Vanessa Braxton. She is a master distiller as well, former engineer. and she makes that. She's got teas. She actually has some flavored vodkas that are made with her teas.
Hmm.
Yeah, we used her teas in our. We have a hot toddy cocktail kit, and we used her teas in that.
Okay. Now, where is she based from?
She is in New York.
New York. So so everybody's up north. We need to go up north. Is that what I'm trying to hear? We need to. Okay.
We all over. There's Murmur down in Texas. There's we got brands everywhere. We are
Hmm.
big. We got I know there's over like 10 or 15 black owned tequila brands, a lot of
Okay.
whiskey brands,
Now,
vodkas, gin. We in every space.
you in every space. Now, I know you probably are already working on this, but you should make a list of all these black-owned brands and where they located.
Someone does have a list. I'll have to get it to you. I'm trying to
Oh,
remember the website, but someone does actually track that.
oh, okay. Perfect, perfect. That'd be nice. I mean, it is Black History Month, so we can
It
go
is.
and support. They can ship, or either we can get it in our local
And
spirit store.
yes, and next month is Women's History Month.
That's
So
true.
we have a lot of women with brands out there.
Okay. Good good thought. Good thought. I like that. I like that. Okay. So, I had I don't know if you probably know I think you know DC. I didn't call him out on the podcast, but you
I don't know.
he's,
I don't know.
he's a Sigma. I don't probably when you see him. You didn't see him around. But anyways, what I'm trying to tell you is I took him like a half a gallon of black tea lemonade, just the base, the original flavor. And he was having some cookout with his frat brothers and all that stuff. And he told me, he said, I done made 5 drinks out of your tea. I said, oh, y'all over there mixing, y'all over there mixing it up. Now, what
Mm.
5 drinks he made, I have no clue. I don't even know what they're named or called or nothing. I don't know. So, but I'm surprised at how well it mixes with other things because in the well, I'll say in the early years of me making this beverage and doing the testing and trying to figure out how long it can stay on the shelf and all that, it turned into
It fermented, didn't it?
right. And Reggie was like, what you trying to do? Have us go to jail? Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, no, that is not the purpose, but it's good. I understand how it, kind of works.
Mhm.
So I just want to share that part because it will
Fermentation
definitely
is interesting. So one of the things that
vary.
in certain tequilas, they will during fermentation serenade the spirit during the fermentation process with classical Spanish music.
What? Are you wait a minute. And that prevents it from
It lessens the stress, I guess, of fermentation. It relaxes so everything can.
wow. And it must work because clearly they've tried it out several times. Oh wow. Now that's something new. Now I don't know if that'll work. Let me try to play some music with my tea and see how that works. I
Might
see.
change the flavor.
Right, it might change the flavor and quite a few other things. I don't know. Oh my goodness. So, Crystal,
Oh,
what is something that you hope for people to understand about liquor? Because you can tell your sister is not
just
all
follow
that
our channel.
knowledgeable.
No, we believe you can have a positive experience. That not everything that's sold to us is the best out there,
Mhm.
and that there's so many brands out there to explore that are better than what we know.
Okay, I like it. Now, do you guys tap into the wines? And
Unfortunately, we do not do wine, but I do know a guy who's into
oh,
wines. Vinifera OKC, I believe he does in-home wine tastings.
mm, nice. Okay,
It is.
okay.
I've been to one. It's really cool.
It's really cool. Okay. Because I know that there's so many different types of wines. I was asked to find a wine for somebody, and I'm like, I don't know what to. I have no idea what to pick up
And your
or
local
even
liquor
look
store
for.
can help you too. If you can find one that specializes in wines,
Mm-hmm.
they can help you pick out a good one.
A good one. Okay. Okay. So, so let me say this part because I want to encourage. And I'm gonna say Reggie. I'm gonna encourage Reggie to explore a I don't know what kind of liquor should I encourage him to explore. Like
What
and
does
it
he
can't
like?
be well, that's what I was gonna say. He don't drink either, but his temperament is better than mine. And so we have and don't judge me, how y'all say we
And we
listen,
don't
but
judge.
and we don't judge. So we bought this it's not a Tennessee whiskey. It's a I don't know, it's brown and it's in like a small bottle. I know that's bad. I should have brought it in here. But it's been in the closet for at least 7 years.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's any good anymore or what. I don't know. But
Has it been open?
yes. Yes.
It depends on oxidation can happen depending on how much is in the bottle. If it's over half gone, you just have to taste it and see.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because and to see that's the issue. When we have little get togethers, holidays, and my mom wants margarita, we buy all this liquor and then it never gets all the way consumed. So we just put it
Hmm.
in the pantry and it's just sitting there until the next time.
No,
Um,
we get it. In our evolution of where we are today with our liquor libraries, what we call it, we got probably 140 bottles or more
okay.
that we've been curating over. We've been married 16 years. We've been curating over that time, and so every time we make a switch, we have a party and be like, "Hey, here, take this." So when we
Wow.
switched from having all the flavors and going into more neat drinking,
Mhm.
um, we were like, "Who wants these bottles?" Like we just set them all out.
Take them, take them. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, I need to do that then. I need to, and you said the word neat throughout this segment. Tell me what does that mean?
Bottle to glass.
Ball the glass. Okay.
I mean,
No.
if you need to, you can add a rock, a little ice. But mostly we actually we have a shirt. I need to get it back out there that talks about bottle to glass,
Okay.
and
Okay.
and we also have a shirt that defines the liquor connoisseur.
Oh, okay. What's the definition? Look at me. What's the definition?
Remember what it is? It's a little snarky because I always, whenever I order something neat, they're like, especially tequila. Do you want lime and salt? No, neat. What about no naked? Just naked.
Like I don't want anything. I didn't say that makes sense. So the bartender should know what neat is when you say neat.
Yes, or the
Okay.
waiter, or yeah.
Oh, the way. Okay. 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 I'm gonna try this. I don't know what I'm gonna try it on, but I'm gonna try it. And I'll go from there and I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it turns out.
A good way
So
to try it, and we just went and visit the Wonder Inn in Guthrie. So it is mhm, it is the Wonder Folk Distillery bar tasting room.
wonderful.
So what it is when you go there, they'll make you a mocktail, and you can ask, and they suggest what goes in that. They tell you what's in the drink, and so they'll put that whiskey or vodka or gin in a glass, and you add it into that cocktail. So what you can do is go over there. You can try that spirit neat first, and then put it in the cocktail.
Mm. Okay, and this is called
The
the
Wander Inn
Wander Inn.
in Guthrie,
Okay,
Oklahoma.
in Guthrie.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
local distillery. There are 14 distilleries in Oklahoma.
I did learn about that because there's uh a wine. I can't think of the name of the people that makes it. And they're from Oklahoma. I've seen them at a vending show. But wow, 14?
Mhm.
Well,
And we have several wineries around here as well.
okay, I didn't know that we had that many.
I didn't either.
So,
I'm like counting. I'm
well,
like, I
wait,
only know about four.
So if we have 14 distilleries, then are they all in the
D-
metros?
Different
Wow.
parts. There's some in Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Ho Chi Town, down by Broken Bow.
Okay. Okay. I just wonder what it tastes like, since it's Oklahoma made. Is it
Hey, we get those hot summers, so for whiskey, we're not a bad place to age some whiskey.
well, that's true.
I mean, if you're
That's
in the Oklahoma City area, there's Woodworks Distilling. It's off down Britain.
hmm. Now you're gonna have me really looking and driving. Like, where is this? I would be nosy. Listen, don't take much for me to be nosy, but okay. I like this. Now, this is look, you have so much information, and you've only been, was 5 years? Because you said
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah, well, I
So,
mean, but we've been educating our friends long before that. We used to host, I always say BC before child. We would host parties where we'd say, bring something off the top two shelves, something you've never tried or you don't think anyone else has tried.
oh, okay. Well, I'm
That's a good
happy
way to stock your bar too.
right, the stock your boat. Well, I'm happy that you guys have expanded from just the parties at the house and doing it more on an educational component because
Mhm.
people like myself, we need help to try to look at things a little differently. And I have to tell my mom to try some different things because I mean you don't know until
That's true.
you
You
know.
you may be a high proof whiskey girl.
High proof. You now see, I automatically thought over 100. Crystal. I don't know about that. We'll
People get
see.
scared, but once you try something under 100 versus something over 100, or even just at 100, you'll notice the differences.
Hmm, okay. Okay. Okay.
It's a
I'm
common misconception that just because it's high proof, it's gonna burn.
right. I don't want it to burn. That's the problem, I
It
guess.
won't.
But it won't burn. The higher the
You,
proof, it won't burn.
it can be smooth,
Oh, okay. Or
and
I could
some of
be
your lower proofs can burn.
now how confusing is that? That would make you so confused.
It just depends on how it's made, your palate. They're different factors.
Hmm. Okay. Now, Crystal, do you guys have a website?
We do the liquorconnoisseur.com.
Okay, and
So
that's where
on
they
that,
can.
yeah, they can. We have our podcast up there, our shorts. We actually have a link to our merchandise. We just switched from Teespring to Culture Fits. So shout out to Culture Fits.
Yay! Go Culture Fans! Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it's great quality, really great quality. Like this hoodie right here,
Yes.
made by them and fleece lined. It's so
Oh,
warm. It's so soft.
I'm so warm. Yeah, you're gonna need that for tomorrow for sure. If
Right,
you got
right.
if you got to go out.
I ain't going nowhere.
Yes, I'm not going anywhere. I'm done with
Uh,
that. Oh
no.
wow.
So
Well, that's
yeah, so
awesome.
that, and we also have our hot toddy kit as well that you can purchase.
The hot toddy. Now, is that only for if I'm under the weather?
No, you drink hot toddies, anytime you want.
Oh,
And
okay.
we have
'Cause I got.
recipes on there as well.
Oh, come
Now
on,
see,
recipes.
that's another thing. Alcohol traditionally was thought to be medicinal.
Wait, say that part. You said alcohol was traditionally thought to be.
Medicinal. So that's where your hot toddies, where we talk about having those with colds.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So y'all need to go to their website and browse. Listen. I don't need to be on here browsing and looking at stuff. So, but your website is the
Liquorconnoisseur.com.
liquorconnoisseur.com. Okay. And is that where they can follow you on
Yeah,
social?
we have the website. You can also find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Where else are we? Facebook, LinkedIn at the Liquor Connoisseur.
Everywhere.
Yes, even
Okay.
LinkedIn.
Even LinkedIn, I know. Like that is becoming a thing nowadays, definitely. So I want to ask you just a few questions about your podcast. Now, is your podcast just with you and your husband? And is there a certain day that that's
Yeah,
on?
so we release every Wednesday at midnight. Um,
At midnight? Y'all up at midnight
oh, I
making
didn't say we were
making
live. I
videos?
said release. It is planned.
Oh, okay, that's the truth. That's true.
Now
There's a difference.
tonight might be that because I have not uploaded this week's yet. But this week's episode features is Bourbon Baby. So it's a collab with another influencer within the industry. And we just had a good time talking about Bardstown. And
Okay.
it's fun. So sometimes we interview people. Sometimes it's just me and Roger. Sometimes we have founders of brands on. We've been doing a lot of that lately. And it's not just the spirits themselves. We also, we did a chocolatier, the Willy Wonka of the Midwest, because they had chocolates infused with spirits. So
Oh,
we've done Fresh Victor, which makes cocktail mixes out of fresh cold pressed juice. So we don't limit it. We want to go from grain to glass. Anything in between.
I like that. Now that chocolate, um, that one may be more my speed.
They are chocolates
I can
modeled
just
after
have them.
cocktails. It's by Bissingers. They have a
Okay.
cocktail box. It's 8 cocktails, 2 pieces of each cocktail. So there's an old fashioned, a sidecar, just different types.
I like that
Mhm.
creativity. So to listen to your podcast,
Oh,
where can
we are
they
everywhere. Our website,
where can they
we YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, um, Apple,
go?
um,
Okay.
iHeartRadio.
Okay, so all the podcast stations, awesome. So go and follow them. If you're on the podcast now, go and look them up and follow and subscribe, whatever that they need for you to do, and share their information and also check out their website. All these different goodies, because hey, it's Valentine's Day in a few days, so you probably won't get it by that time. But it's the thought that
Yes,
counts. So go and shop with them. You never know. There may be something on there that your loved one or yourself may like. You can treat yourself.
that's right.
Just a hint. So, but all of this was, girl, I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know what to say. I probably should have wrote some of this down to help me remember, but I recorded it,
Yeah,
so it's
you just have to
good. It's good.
rewatch
Yeah.
and
Right.
watch our podcast. We do this every week
Awesome. And it drops on
on
Wednesdays
Wednesday.
at midnight. So if you work in the night shift, you can tune in and listen to what they got to say. Okay. All right. Well, Crystal, thank you so much for coming on Shredity Tuesdays. I appreciate it. I'm super duper excited for you and the journey that you're on. And I'm happy. I don't need know what other words I could say,
Well,
but
thank you.
um
And as we like to say on our channel, drink to remember, not to forget.
oh, that's a good point. Drink to remember, not to forget. You absolutely right, because I'm not about to be drunk. I can't do it. I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much. Everyone, don't forget to follow them on social media. Go to their website. Go support, 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 and tune into their podcast that drops on Wednesdays in the midnight hour. That's literally where it is. So yeah. But thank you for coming on Shredity Tuesdays. Remember, guys, hey, we are always being intentional, insightful, and
Mm.
impactful because we share the tea and we don't spill it. So I appreciate you tuning in to Share the Tea Tuesdays. And Crystal, tell my brother-in-law I said
I
hello.
will do.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.